Right, hello again. This will be a quick video just to go over our tentative course schedule for this semester. So this will be available on Canvas along with the syllabus, of course, but I wanted to just quickly walk you through it as well. So here I've listed all the weeks and then just the days that they encompass as usual. Here I have a little assignment slot. They're color coded based on what type of homework it is. There isn't a lot. I mean, there's this one introductory post, a few homeworks, and then a few papers. And of course, your final paper. Um, all the due dates are there. These will also be on Canvas, but feel free to refer to this if you ever forget. I've also listed any university holidays that are occurring, so those will be in green, like we have MLK Day on 19th, and then President's Day here. We got spring break, so on and so forth. So, all we'll have for this opening week is just that instructor introduction and syllabus that I recorded earlier, and then this right here, the course schedule overview, and then here's the assignment associated with that. Please have that done on time. Now, I'm actually going through the book sequentially in this semester. So chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 are basically the laying down the foundations of the whole idea of the course. So we'll talk about, exercise is medicine and what does that philosophy even mean, right? Um, how do you do clinical exercise programming and then assessing where your patient is at, maybe seeing what background they're coming with, how much exercise they already do, how much they can do given their circumstances, and so on and so forth. And then we're going to get into select problems. So, chapter 6 and 7 are basically, it's a very broad, I guess, allocation of topics that we'll talk about. So, we'll talk about stuff strongly associated with physical inactivity and then conditions strongly associated with tobacco. So, we'll have a lot of those conditions laid out and go through them pretty quickly. Chapters 8 and 9 will also be a bit general, so we'll have cancer and then significant sequelae related to common chronic conditions. And then we'll get into some more in-depth issues that you may encounter when you're helping clients in the future or currently. Um, so starting from chapter 10, up to the end of chapter 15. All of that will be cardiovascular diseases. So we'll talk about some of the most common ones, and just go through a specific set of things we'll cover, such as pathophysiology, what kind of medications they may be taking, how this impacts their exercise, some benefits that they can experience due to exercise, and things that you have to watch out for given their condition when you're prescribing exercise. Um, and then after that, we will move on to um this is way later, chapter 16 and 17, which is our pulmonary diseases section. So we'll talk about chronic restrictive pulmonary disease and asthma. And then after that, we'll move on, starting with chapter 20, to some immunological, hematological, and organ failure topics. Sorry, big words. So we'll talk about those a little bit. And then chapters, um, let's see, 25 up to 29 will be neuromuscular conditions. And we will end with chapter 30 and 31 and 32, which is cognitive and psychological disorders. So we're going to be covering quite a bit of topics, and this may seem like a lot, but if you do have the textbook, and you want to read it to support your learning in this section, you'll see that some of these chapters are only maybe 5 pages, 6 pages, um, and of course with the works cited section included. So it's not as much as you think. Also, I've structured this in a way that one, it's going to work with my schedule when certain things start to happen in the middle of the semester, and two, to give you guys a really good break near the middle of the semester. So we're going full steam ahead all the way up to right here, end of February. So here we're taking a break for a week, no new content. Um, we have a really cool setup this year, I suppose. I don't think it happens every year. Where we're actually hosting the Rocky Mountain Championships. right here at Bridger Bowl and Crosscut. So again, I work with Dr. Seifert. We do a lot of ski research, and that means we work with these teams. So I personally would like to be free this week to not have much to do. So if you're in town, you should absolutely go support the Cats at these championships. I know I'll be there. And then we'll come back for this 1 week. And then March 8 to 14, we also will have no new content because we're also hosting the NCAA championships. So a lot of fun stuff happening at Bridger and Crosscuts. So go support them. And if you don't, which is sad, you'll have a free week. We won't have anything to do on spring break. And then when you come back, we'll just have a couple of topics and that's it, really. So hopefully this break in the middle will really help you catch up on other work that you have to do or just give you a well-earned break um, at the middle of the semester. So this is our schedule. Please note that this is subject to change depending on what may happen throughout the semester. Um, and yeah, and these due dates, I believe they'll stay, but if there are any changes, I will let everyone know. Otherwise, the syllabus, I mean, the course schedule right here is the king. It tells you exactly when everything's due, what date they're due, so on and so forth. So, like the syllabus, feel free to email me if you have any questions about this. And yeah, looking forward to the semester.